I'm an idiot. This is a book. Let's get this started. So, this book is called Red Rising. It's by the author Pierce Brown. Um, it's a sci fi dystopian book. It's based on Mars. That's, that's it. So, I want to compare this book to a board game. Board game being Monopoly, the friendship and family ruiner that is Monopoly. Um, Everybody plays Monopoly. If you haven't played Monopoly, you should probably go outside and make a purchase of some kind and try it because it's fucking terrible. But Monopoly, everybody starts playing Monopoly and they're having fun. They're buying up slumlord properties like Baltic Avenue, and then some rich ass goes ahead and buys Boardwalk and the green shit and ruins it for everybody because you're sitting here with Baltic Avenue, the purple and the light blue spaces, maybe two railroads, and then you land on one of those green spaces with a hotel and you're fucked. And then they're like, hey, you can at least mortgage your property and keep playing. And you're like, fuck that. I'm going to stop halfway through and call this a day and go do something good with my life. Well, that's kind of like this book, Red Rising. Red Rising is the first book since I started this reading thing back in March that I didn't finish. Yeah. It's yeah. I don't really feel bad about it, but I kind of want to talk about why I didn't finish it. So, um, I've been trying to finish this book for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This is 300 and some odd pages, about almost 400. To put it in simpler terms, I read The Way of Kings, which is 1008 pages, in 6 days. So, you know, not exactly a quick read, this one. Um, but it is kind of like a young adult book, but not really. I don't know who it's really marketed towards, but basically the story revolves around this kid named Darrow who drills holes in Mars to manufacture helium because it's Mars. I don't really get it, but he's in a class called the Reds, which are below the Golds, and the Golds are like the evil. I have all the power, and the Reds are like slaves, and it's on Mars. So anyway, I made it like 160 pages through this damn thing, and then I put it down, and then I picked it back up because everybody says that the series gets better, so I wanted to finish it, and I have all the books back there, so I feel like I needed to finish this so I could get on with the series and enjoy my purchase, but I didn't because this book is terrible. Um, Everybody on the YouTube says that this is one of the greatest books of all time. It's not. Basically, it takes and borrows things from movies and books that other people enjoy, like any sort of dystopian, like Mad Max, and even Ghost from Mars with Ice Cube. That movie sucked, but it was better than this. It borrows heavily from all that stuff. You toss in some Hunger Games, and then you got this piece of shit. It's just bad. I don't. I don't. I don't. I just. I don't get it. It's bad. It's bad. And the thing that sucks the worst is the writing's good. It's good, but it's just got everything that's been done before. I don't. I feel like I've already watched or read or whatever this piece of shit at least 25 times. You know. Anyway, so I I was at the laundromat the other day reading this book while somebody was arguing with her husband really loud and screaming. And it was about 160 pages, give or take. And I couldn't get back into the book after that. I don't know if it was them yelling. I don't know if it's because the book is a gigantic piece of shit, but it is. And I'm sorry to anybody who loves this book. I'm sure you like it, but it's not my cup of tea. It's more like a cup of shit. But I, I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it. And I'm not a big young adult book fan, and this really isn't young adult, but it's marketed as young adult, and so it's kind of like an adult young adult. which doesn't really make any sense. It's kind of like written in the style of a young adult book, like Hunger Games or like Harry Potter or something like that, but it has like adult weird themes like torture and class relations and things like that. Just don't. It's just bad. It's terrible. It's fucking atrocious. So, um, yeah, this book is like a Monopoly game that you get halfway through, your brother gets all the good spaces, you got two railroads, he won't trade you for shit, and you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna waste my life reading this. And that's how I feel about this book. So, you know, I know this was kind of a quick review, but I got nothing else to say. It's a bowl of shit. And I feel bad that I have, 5 books that I'm about to donate, and somebody's gonna get this book for free and be like, oh, look, a free book. This is gonna be great. And then they open this piece of shit and it's like, I guess I'm not reading. It's bad. It's really really bad, and I can't. I feel I feel cheated. You lied to me, YouTube. You you fucking lied to me. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing. On a positive note, I did get a new book in the mail, and I'm about halfway through it. It's freaking amazing. So I'll be posting about that book here soon. But don't read this book. Don't waste your. It's 5 books long. The series itself is like 1,000 zillion pages. So just don't even start, and then you can just go on with your life, read better shit, and you can kind of. I ugh, I don't like being controversial. You just watch. I had a video earlier that talked about all the bad movies that I love, and why can't I like a bad book? Because even in bad movies, you have to still enjoy it. This thing I didn't even come close to enjoying. It's just fucking terrible. On that note, I don't have a video editor yet. My brother says he's going to try to edit stuff. We'll see if that happens. I'm kind of excited because he's kind of like a really smart dude and knows what he's doing. So when that happens, you'll see it. We'll repost this video with, hopefully he can like pew, 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 pew. Those will be stars or something. Huge budget. Bye.